Hello students, hope you all are fine there. Myself Sunil Arora, PGT Chemistry, working at a Sarthak Government Integrated Model Senior Secondary School, Sector 12A. Today we will start with the chemical equilibrium of +1 subject chemistry. So now let's start with the chemical equilibrium. First, that is di and polybasic acid and base. Some of the acid like oxalic acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid have more than one ionizable proton per molecule of the acid. Such acids are known as polybasic or polyprotic acid. You know that poly means many. So they can neutralize many base. That's why they are called polybasic acid. Even they can donate more than one proton. That's why they are called polyprotic acid. The ionization reaction, for example, for a dibasic acid, that is H2X, are represented by equation H2X gives H positive plus HX negative. HX negative on further dissociation gives H positive plus X negative. In this way, that give two protons on ionization. The corresponding equilibrium constant are given below. Ka1 for the reaction H positive, concentration of H positive, concentration of HX negative divided by concentration of H2X. And for the second reaction, equilibrium constant Ka2 is equal to the concentration of H positive and product of concentration of H positive and X negative divided by concentration of HX negative. Hence, Ka1 and Ka2 are first ionization constant and second ionization constant respectively of acid H2X. Similarly, for tribasic acid like H3PO4, we have three ionization constant. Here in this chart, we have given the values of Ka1 and Ka2 and Ka3 for the tribasic acid. First, we have given the value of oxalic acid, that is 5.9 into 10 raised to power minus 2. Whereas Ka2 for the oxalic acid is 6.4 into 10 raised to power minus 5. In this way, we have given the ascorbic acid, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid, phosphoric acid, and so on. It can be seen that higher order of ionization constant are smaller than the lower order ionization constant of polyprotic acid. The reason for this is that it is more difficult to remove positively charged proton from a negative ion due to electrostatic force. This can be seen in case of removing a proton from uncharged H2CO3 as compared to from a negatively charged HCO3 negative. Polyprotic acid solution contain a mixture of acids like H2A, HA negative, A2 negative. In case of dry protic acid, H2A being a strong acid, the primary reaction involves the dissociation of H2A and H3O positive in the solution. That comes mainly from the first dissociation step. Now, next our topic is factor affecting acid strength. Broadly speaking, we can say that the extent of dissociation of an acid depends on the strength and polarity of HA bond. In general, when strength of HA bond decrease, that is, the energy required to break the bond decrease, Ha becomes a stronger acid. Also, when Ha bond become more polar, that is, the electronegativity difference between the atoms H and A increase, there is marked charge separation. Cleavage of bond became easier, thereby increasing the acidity. It is important to mention here, while comparing elements in the same group of periodic table, Ha bond strength is more important factor in determining acidity than its polar nature. As the size of A increases down the group, Ha bond strength decreases, so the acid strength increases. For example, Hi is more acidic than HBr, HBr is more acidic than HCl, and so on. Similarly, H2 is stronger acid than H2O. When we discuss elements in the same row of the periodic table, Ha bond polarity becoming the deciding factor for determining the acid strength. As the electronegativity of A increase, the strength of acid also increase. So acid strength, HF is more acidic than H2O, H2O is more acidic than NH3, and NH3 is more acidic than CH4. Consider an example of acetic acid dissociation on equilibrium represented as CH3 COOH gives H positive plus CH3 COO negative. Now equilibrium constant is concentration of H positive and CH3 COO negative concentration divided by concentration of acetic acid. Addition of acetate ions to the acetic acid solution result in decreasing the concentration of hydrogen ions. Also, if H positive ions are added from an external source, then the equilibrium moves in the direction of undissociated acetic acid, that is, in the direction of reducing the concentration of hydrogen ions. This phenomenon is example of common ion effect. It can be defined as shift of equilibrium on adding a substance that provides more of ionic species already present in the dissociation equilibrium. Thus, we can say that common ion effect is a phenomenon based on the Le Chatelier principle. In order to evaluate the pH of the solution resulting on addition of 0.005 molarity acetate ions to 0.05 acetic acid solution, we shall consider the acetic acid dissociation equilibrium once again. Initial concentration of acetic acid is 0.05 and acetate ions is 0.05. Let's X be the extent of ionization of acetic acid. Change in concentration, that is 0.05 minus X, and now the concentration of H positive is X and acetate ion has been increased by the X, that is 0.05 plus X. Now Ka is H positive concentration of acetate divided by HAC. When we find the value, we find that H positive concentration is 1.8 into 10 raised to pi minus 5 molarity, and we can find the log. Applying log, we can find the value of pH, that comes to the 4.74. Now our next topic is hydrolysis of the salt and the pH of their solution. Salt formed by the reaction between acid and base in a definite proportion undergoes ionization of water. The cation anion formed on the ionization of salt either exist as hydrated ions in the aqueous solution or interact with the water to reform corresponding acid base depending upon the nature of the salt. The process of interaction between water and cations or both the salt is called hydrolysis. The pH of the solution gets affected by this interaction. The cation of strong base and anions of strong acid simply get hydrated but do not hydrolyze, and therefore the solution of the salt formed from strong acid and base are neutral, that is their pH remain 7. However, the other category of the salt do undergoes hydrolysis. We now consider the hydrolysis of the salt of following types. First is salt of weak acid and strong base. Second is salt of strong acid and weak base. Third is salt of weak acid and weak base. In first case, CH3COONA being a salt of weak acid, that is CH3COOH, and strong base, that is NaOH, gets completely ionized in aqueous solution. CH3COONA gives CH3COO negative plus Na. Acetate ion thus formed undergoes hydrolysis in water to give acetic acid and OH negative ions. Acetic acid being a weak acid remain mainly unionized in the solution. This result in the increase of OH negative ion concentration in solution, making it alkaline. The pH of a such solution is more than 7. Similarly, in the second case, that is NH4Cl formed from weak base NH4OH and strong acid HCl in water dissociate completely. NH4Cl gives NH4 positive and Cl negative. Ammonium ions undergoes hydrolysis with water to form NH4OH and H positive. That's ammonium hydroxide is a weak base, therefore remain almost unionized in the solution. The result in increase of H positive ion concentration in solution, making the solution acidic. Thus the pH of ammonium chloride solution in water is less than 7. Consider the hydrolysis of CH3COONH4 salt formed from weak acid and weak base. The ions formed undergoes hydrolysis as follows: CH3COO negative plus NH4 plus H2O gives CH3COOH plus NH4OH. CH3COOH and NH4OH also remain in partial dissociated form. Now we are able to say the degree of hydrolysis is independent on concentration of the solution, and the pH of such solution is determined by pK values. pH is equal to the 7 plus half pKa minus pKb. The pH of solution can be greater than 7 if the difference is positive, and it will be less than 7 if the difference is negative. Now our last topic of the today's buffer solution. The solution which resists change in pH on dilution and with the addition of small amount of acid or alkali are called buffer solution. Buffer solution of known pH can be prepared from the knowledge of pKa of acid or pKb of the base, or by controlling the ratio of salts and acid or salt and base. A mixture of acetic acid and sodium acetate act as a buffer solution around pH 4.75, and mixture of ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide act as a buffer around pH 9.25. Many body fluids, example blood or urine, have definite pH, and any deviation in their pH indicated malfunctioning of the body. The control of pH is also very important in many chemical and biochemical processes. Many medical and cosmetic formulation require that these be kept and administered at particular pH. So that's it for the today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.